Welcome to Alaska Weather, a production of Alaska Public Media and the National Weather Service, Alaska Region. Produced and broadcast daily from the studios of KAKM, Alaska Weather provides complete forecasts, public, marine, and aviation for all of Alaska. Alaska Weather is made possible by the following sponsors.
If you're interested in serving on your local Federal Subsistence Regional Advisory Council, the deadline to apply is Friday, February 3rd. Call 1-800-478-1456 for more information.
The National Weather Service.
Hello again, everyone, and thanks for joining us for this Sunday edition of Alaska Weather. We've got some warnings out here, starting with northeast Prince William Sound, blizzard warning out for Thompson Pass for later tonight and into tomorrow as snow and wind reduce visibilities to near zero at times, especially through the pass. And same sort of thing going on up here over the northern panhandle, the Klondike Haynes Highway on up to the pass there. Winter storm warning, again, snow, blowing snow, and visibility's down due to that. And the warning area down here for Prince of Wales Island, or much of the southern southeast coast, that's a high wind warning out for tonight into tomorrow for southeast winds gusting south to southeast, gusting to 60 miles an hour or more. And then lastly, up on the eastern Arctic coast, there's a blizzard warning out for tonight, looking for wind gusts to 50 miles an hour and wind chill temperatures below 50 below zero. And along with that, blowing snow, knocking the visibilities down to near zero. And moving on, yesterday satellite imagery showed upper level low here over the southwest interior, starting to track off to the northeast there. Ahead of that, in the southerly flow, the area of snow that came across Friday afternoon and evening here, pushing eastward and northeastward, and then beginning to taper off late in the day. Another band of moisture there developing and coming up toward the southeast coast for last evening, and the continued outflow of very cold air from the Arctic and Russian Far East across the Bering Sea, all the way down to the Aleutians there, and across actually eastward to Kodiak Island. The next system, as you can see, was barely on the map there, the outer fringes of it, and starting off here, you can see it's got quite a cloud shield driving northward, and the low center back through here, but already snow spreading northward along the North Gulf Coast. Moderate to heavy snow reported from Yakutat to Cordova. Snow on the increase throughout the day, Prince William Sound, pushing northward into the interior, westward across the Kenai Peninsula and into the Matanuska area, down Turnagain Arm, and into Anchorage this afternoon. And also snow developing here over Kodiak on the east side of the island throughout the afternoon. Otherwise drier and colder, well below zero here over the western interior up to the northeast. And again, lighter winds in some or most areas of the Bering Sea here, but northerly still gusting to 50 miles an hour at Gamble. Snow and blowing snow, still probably reducing visibilities there. There's a winter weather advisory out for that area for tonight. And but less action now from the Pribilofs, although still getting some snow showers, drier and a lot less wind here for all of the Aleutians. Still in the cold air though, so temperatures on the chilly side, and some clouds here over the Alaska Peninsula. And again, this low center moving northward and will be coming inland late tonight, early, or by tomorrow afternoon, it'll be inland, taking a path much like the previous one did. So anyway, on today's chart, 965 millibars here, and that'll be tracking due north or pulling back to the northwest a little bit as it rolls into Prince William Sound. Again, storm warnings out for the southeast coast and gusty winds here. Juneau seeing gusts over 40 miles an hour this afternoon. And that same pattern all the way down the coastline there with widespread rain, and then the snow back to the west here, advancing northward and a little bit back to the west as well. and kind of a boundary right through here. To the west of that, well, since the upper level trough is up to the northeast, that kind of demarks the area of southwest flow, and then the colder, drier conditions back to the west and to the north, and a little bit of snow or flurry fog activity here going along the eastern Arctic coast, but that deteriorates rapidly with the west winds 50 miles per hour in gusts there, and that's where the blizzard warning's out. Moving on to the chart for tonight, not a lot of change going on out here over much of the Bering Sea. Still looking for the strong winds, cold temperatures just above zero, St. Lawrence Island. Winds may drop off a little bit from what they have been, but they're not going to end completely. And still snow showers probably down to the Perlofts, and then to a much lesser extent here over the Aleutians. Although trough here sneaking up from the southeast, they'll bring an increase in the chance of some moisture. Mostly to Atka, from Nikolsky over to about Atka, and then widely scattered snow showers west of that. Otherwise, low center tracking northward here, still south of the North Gulf Coast, but the front right up along the coast. Mixed precipitation possible here for Yakutat back along the coast. It's really kind of a tricky situation exactly when that would change to rain, but they'll just be along the immediate coastline. Definitely, again, storm warnings out tonight for all of the southeast coast and Clarence Strait, and also some gales over the inside waters there with a good shot of rain as that rolls in, heavy at times. And then tomorrow, so you're already starting to dry out here along the southern Alaska range into the Aleutian range, and Kodiak Island should go precipitation free by late tonight, early tomorrow morning. We still have some lingering snow showers as the very cold air that's been locked in to the west and to the north starts to stream in and sweep in across or through Kamishap Gap there into the bay, down across Kodiak. So that'll probably generate some snow showers there. Snow northward here into the interior from the North Gulf Coast. Should snow all day over northern Cook Inlet, especially the Matanuska Valley, Susitna Valley northward. Look for areas of blowing snow here, say from the extreme northern Susitna Valley up to Denali, and then areas, especially the mountainous terrain there over the eastern interior, White Mountains, Glacier Mountains, areas like that. And probably see some snow throughout much of the Koyukuk Valley, but should stay dry. North Slope, Arctic coast, mostly dry, cold here, light winds, western interior, flurries along the Alaska Peninsula. And now this trough, a little more significant, actually fair increase in the winds there for mainly the central Aleutians with mostly snow showers. Some of that could become mixed with rain due to the southeast flow there. And then I think lighter winds for tomorrow for St. Lawrence Island. So conditions will be somewhat better. And still though, with the very cold air over the open water, or what's left of it up there, that'll produce again the flurries, patchy fog, to a much greater extent though off to the southwest. And then taking a look the next day in Tuesday, some changes. Colder high pressure, definitely colder. That's going to spread the bona fide Arctic air east and south of the Alaska range. Take a little longer to get in the Copper River Basin, but lingering snow there and clouds, but clearing out, gusty winds developing through the mountain passes, and gale warnings still out for the Kamishak Bay area and the Barrens, but those winds trending down as well. Snow showers here over the Gulf of Alaska, and this next system driving northward, warm southerly flow behind this warm front, so look for more heavy rain to move into the area there, along with a good increase in the winds, mainly over the southern southeast coast, while the northern areas should stay dry probably through Tuesday evening. Otherwise, the remains of this system coming up tonight is found there along a trough for Tuesday, mostly on the central Arctic coast, North Slope areas, Brooks Range off to the northeast. Really pretty just flurries remaining south of the mountains there. But areas of clearing here, but don't look for a whole lot of clearing. But there will be probably more clearing out here along the west coast areas or in the western interior. There's still a chance of snow here for the southwest coast, Nunivak Island. Even the Perlofts, light snow, same pattern for St. Lawrence Island there. Not too bad on the winds. And then this system may not come as far north as what is shown here. I noticed the latest model run kept it farther to the south. So that would mean any precipitation that fell on Adak and Atka would be in the form of snow. But still, either way, looking for some gale force winds out there on Tuesday. Colder northerly winds, scattered snow showers to the west. Probably a dry day there for the eastern Aleutians, Unalaska, Dutch Harbor, and Nikolsky. And same sort of pattern we've seen for the last several days along the Alaska Peninsula. Temperatures today over the Panhandle, upper 30s to mid 40s, 45 at Skagway, 41 Juneau. All locations wind and rain. And the 37 at Yakutat, they were down in snow earlier. 38 in Cordova and 33 over at Portage with snow. 16 in Kenai, 26 there at Seward with a 20-degree reading at Homer, 22 there at Kodiak. And in the Copper River Basin, 40 degrees, otherwise a little above or below zero over the interior. And temperatures on the Arctic coast below zero there, right around zero through the interior, but well below zero back to the west and south. And out west, near 20 for the Pribilofs, and teens here for the Alaska Peninsula, and 20s for the remainder of the Aleutians. Lows for tonight, lower to mid 20s here, the forecast low for the Aleutian chain. Single numbers in teens. Alaska Peninsula below zero there, probably from possibly Pilot Point up to King Salmon, well below zero, especially west of the mountains. Looks like 20 to 30 below or more. Possible 40 below readings up over the eastern North Slope, and 20 to 30 below for the Arctic coast. Highs for tomorrow, 40s for the Panhandle, teens Copper River Basin, teens South Central Alaska, Kenai Peninsula, Cook Inlet, 20 for Kodiak. West of the mountains, staying well below zero, 15 to 20 below for the highs. A tad colder up to the north here, probably 25 to 35 below on the North Slope, and minus 14 there for Point Lay. Otherwise, lower 30s here for the Aleutians. Flying weather tomorrow, IFR definitely here, actually starting to improve here from the southwest to northeast, like what happened yesterday and Friday night. Lots of IFR here for Prince William Sound and North Gulf Coast, and also up there along the eastern Arctic coast and North Slope, St. Lawrence Island, down along the coast, Nunivak Island to Kuskokwim Bay and Cape Newenham. Otherwise, by tomorrow afternoon, improving here conditions. VFR through most of the Alaska Range passes. IFR to start the day with there for the central Alaska Range, but IFR persisting, North Gulf Coast, northern Prince William Sound. Marginal VFR near the border for the Panhandle, and just an area of IFR up there along the Arctic coast and the Strait and St. Lawrence Island. And looking at the passes, Anatuvik and Adigan, look for VFR conditions tomorrow. And Lake Clark and Merrill, definitely VFR. Rainy VFR, I think they'll be west of the moisture there, but could start out marginal, especially on the eastern entrance, and then trend toward VFR in the afternoon. Windy though, looks IFR the entire day. Isabel IFR. Mentesta a little bit better, marginal. And Tanita VFR becoming IFR. That's incorrect, that's left over from yesterday. Let's just go flat out IFR. And Portage IFR becoming marginal, and Chilkoot and White both IFR. Freezing levels at the surface here, well south of the Alaska Peninsula, and then up close to the western Aleutians, and then angling up there with that system coming northward through Prince William Sound. Looks like Cordova, Yakutat rising above freezing, cutting across the northern Panhandle, and 2,000 to 4,000 feet as you head south. Icing could be significant here for the southeast coast, all the way over to about Cape Yakataga. Areas of rime icing, good possibility here, lifting north and northeast throughout the day, but kind of clinging there to Knik Arm and through the eastern interior across the Yukon Flats. And from there, the winds aloft tomorrow, trough settled in just off the northwest coast. Very cold air coming around that, but still southwest flow, 70 knots, and 120 knots from the southwest cutting in across the Queen Charlottes. And at 9,000 feet, we've got a low center, again, coming northward at this elevation to about that location tomorrow. Northeasterlies 25 to 35 on the northern edge of that, and then some strong south winds, 50 to 60 knots across the southeast coast, and even 50 knots here for the eastern Gulf of Alaska. Otherwise, 20 to 25 out on the northwest here across the Alaska Peninsula back up to Kuskokwim Bay, but 40 knot west-northwesterlies are Kodiak Island and the Barrens. And wind's not too bad out west here, but they start to pick up central Aleutians at about 30 knots and then drop back to 20 out towards Shemya. And then for turbulence, there is a moderate chop possible up here in the turquoise shaded areas. Definitely there will be moderate turbulence here, Kodiak Island, especially later in the day, Cook Inlet, lee side of the Alaska Range, and the Kenai Peninsula, and areas of light chop below 3,000 feet for the Aleutians, and with all the wind, moderate turbulence here for all of the southeast coast, Yakutat, back to roughly Cordova. And after the break, I'll be back with a look at the ice edge and the marine forecasts.
We have a big solar flare coming in, so we're out here on an aurora hunt. It's a CME, it's a dynamite, coronal mass ejection. It's when the sun, it kicks off energy and these explosions that are larger than the Earth, explosion type things, coming off of sunspots. And if that energy is pointing straight at the Earth, it gets caught up in our magnetic field, and that energy, electrons, come down our magnetic field, collide with oxygen up there about 50 or a couple hundred miles high, and that's what generates the northern lights. My job as the photographer and the aurora hunter is to be in position, you know, location, location, location. And I like to think I'm composing. Mother Nature, it's a bit of a teamwork thing, you know, she's got to put on the show, but I have to be in the right position and of course with the right tools and the know-how. I've stopped keeping track of how much time I spend out here in terms of hours. It's more in terms of weeks or months, or at this point years now. You know, it was always in me. Even when I was a kid growing up in the lower 48, I would spend nights sleeping on our trampoline, just staring at the stars. I'm in 4th grade and I'm going, wow, look at those stars. And I'd see how many nights in a row I could sleep on the trampoline. And I think my record was 23 nights in a row. So I was doing kind of strange things for an Iowa country boy. I can remember specifically the very first time I saw the northern lights. It was 1989, the peak of the solar cycle, and I was going to graduate school in Laramie, Wyoming. And all of a sudden we had heard the northern lights were out. It's like, what are those? I'd never really seen them before. And my goodness gracious, we were on top of a mountain in the Laramie Range and they were turning blood red. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And the very first picture I took, that was 1990. Now, an old film camera, Pentax K1000 on a plastic Kmart tripod. Took 2 shots on slide film and got them back. And I thought, oh my gosh, this beautiful green thing swirling about. And from that moment, I was hooked. When I realized that you could preserve the auroras on film, I just experimented a ton. I'd had a heaping stack of slides, the no good ones. The experiments gone wrong, you know, too dark, fuzzy, out of focus, too light. I had this huge garbage can full of excess slide film, and that was just the learning curve. Well, when I go out here, it's all about getting the shot. And my wife and I, we've called it the hero shot. But the hero shot is the one where you just come home and you go, look at this. And everyone goes, wow, and you feel like a hero. It's a wonderful feeling, you know. It's good for the ego, of course. It's good for the business. But if you kind of strip that away, it's good for what's inside you, because that's really the hero moment in nature. And Mother Nature's putting on this show that is just mind-blowing. It's unbelievable. When I first resigned from my day job, that was in 1996, and decided I wanted to become a full-time aurora hunter, my goal from that moment and to this day still is to get one hero shot a year. I figured, and I'm talking the kind that somebody wants to buy from you and hang on their wall, where the auroras are extremely bright, very active, turning colors, where you can't believe your eyes. If you get to preserve a little sample of that with a photograph, well, it's what we call the hero shot. Wow, what a feeling. I mean, oh, you're elevated, levitating, you are lifted up. Your spirits are so high that I love that feeling. And I think I get that so much from seeing cool things in nature that I will go way out of my way to find that. And I can, the next day, well, I'll be just laying there thinking about it and thinking how lucky I was, or how fortunate. Of course, I just spent 2 weeks sitting there staring at the sky and not seeing anything, so you got to remember that luck is kind of a relative term, but I still just feel incredibly lucky to be even in a position to where I could have been there, taken a photograph of it, and just mainly experienced it. Well, that feeling could last for days.
Welcome back. Increase in the sea ice here. Now we've got some heavier stuff on the east side of the North Shore. Bering Strait closed off now. So the temperatures over the next week are not going to modify at all out here. So you continue to see the ice expand southward, westward, southwestward here from Nunivak Island on into Bristol Bay. For tonight, storm warnings out for all of the southeast coast and Clarence Strait. Tomorrow, as the system pushes through, southwest gales there, 35 to 40 knots, westerly gales 40 knots. Gale force winds Lynn Canal and Stevens Passage, as well as Clarence Strait. And then for Tuesday, much lighter winds, new direction, northeast 15 for northern Lynn Canal, otherwise northerlies 15 to 20 for the remainder of the inside waters. Small crafts at 25 knots from the north for the south coast, northwest 10 to 20 for the north coast. And Prince William Sound for tomorrow, 25 knots there from the east, I think it should be. Otherwise west-southwest at 40 for the North Gulf Coast. Again, as that system lifts northward there, those definitely become westerly late in the day as soon as that happens for Prince William Sound. Gales, maybe even possibly storms here for Kamishak Bay out of the northwest. Heavy freezing spray right up into southern Cook Inlet, and probably Shelikof Strait as well. 40-knot winds on the east side of Kodiak. And then for Tuesday, northwesterlies come down to 25 knots, but heavy freezing spray continues here for Kamishak Bay and probably Shelikof Strait. Northwest 35 for the Barren Islands, but lighter winds for the North Gulf Coast and Prince William Sound. And for Bristol Bay, northwest 25, and then for the Alaska Peninsula, northwest 20 to 25 knots, 10-foot seas there on the Bering Sea side, and then gale force northwest winds for the area from Sitkinak to Castle Cape. And then for Tuesday, north 25 for that same area there, but falling back to 20 knots out of the northwest. Lighter winds there on the Bering Sea side, northeast 15, 5-foot seas, right on up in across Bristol Bay. And for the eastern Aleutians tomorrow, still looking pretty light wind-wise there here for the Fox Islands. And then looks like gales developing here, especially north of the islands there in the central areas. Small crafts to the south, 25, northeast 25 drops off to the light side towards Shimianatu. And that continues, that light wind pattern there out west, but we've still got 25 and 35 knot, mostly easterly winds here. Of course, that could vary depending on what that low center does down to the south. Otherwise, east 15 to 20 for the Fox Islands. And for the southwest coast, northeast 15 there south of Nunivak Island, otherwise northerlies 10 to 20 knots for St. Lawrence Island, northern Bering Sea to the Yukon Delta coast, northeast 15 for the Pribilofs. Those become southwest at 15. Looks like a weak low will form right in this area here. So southwest 15, otherwise 20 knots for the northern Bering Sea, St. Lawrence Island, northeast 15 for the southwest coast. Windiest conditions, eastern Arctic coast again, as they were today, coming down to 25 knots tomorrow afternoon, down to 15 here on the east side, and then light northwest winds for the central and west coast, turning northerly from Cape Beaufort all the way down to Wales. And for Tuesday, those pick up a little bit there. Brisk wind advisories from Wales to Cape Thompson, otherwise coming down to 20 knots, 10-knot winds, central and west side, and actually northeast 10 knots from the central coast to Demarcation Point. And for tonight, again, another big storm rolling up toward the Gulf of Alaska, so snow heavy at times, pushing westward a little bit here. Probably won't reach the western Alaska Range, which means it definitely won't reach the Kuskokwim Valley, but it will roll right into the Tanana Valley, Copper River Basin. Wind blowing snow with that, otherwise rain. Storm force winds ahead of the front here for the Panhandle with rain heavy at times. And then for tomorrow, that kind of splits into two centers here, one holding back to the west as very cold air plunges southward across southern Cook Inlet, the Barren Islands, Kodiak Island to a lesser extent to start with, but snow persisting here, Prince William Sound, tending to end in the afternoon as the whole thing shifts northward. Snow, Susitna Valley, Tanana Valley, maybe the Koyukuk Valley, but drier to the north, and rain changes to showers, so the Panhandle, numerous showers, and winds diminish, and a trough brings some moisture to the central Aleutians. Could be a chance of snow out there, again 25 to 35 knot winds, and the next system spreads rain and wind into the...
These forecasts are to be used for planning purposes only. Call 1-800-WX-BRIEF for a formal pre-flight briefing. Always file a flight plan before you go flying. The U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary urges you to leave a float plan with a friend or the harbor master before you go boating. Alaska Weather is made possible by the following sponsors.
The National Weather Service.
If you're interested in serving on your local Federal Subsistence Regional Advisory Council, the deadline to apply is Friday, February 3rd. Email subsistence@fws.gov for more information.
From the beginning, then.
From the sky to the sea.